this Ntim Fordjour pays for his foolishness. He needs to be jailed. He needs to be prosecuted. He needs to face the law. We need to set examples. People like these, young men like these, 38-year-old young men like this, they are supposed to be used as scapegoats. We need to jail them. Because Sanka Ghana ni bi na betina Facebook. Ekeka sansemu ya anka yakwachi no ejeli no. Kwasiawe ochengana ni ben. It is also a member of parliament there. Then it even gives us more reason to arrest him because he makes the laws, he knows the laws, and he knows that he's not supposed to do that. So why are we even wasting time? I'll see a long time. The NDC government is resolute, is focused. Now, there's something the NPP, they are doing. And you see, Makachom say, the 442 formation, the 442 formation in 1992 formation, Yanka JJ Rollins asema, yabeka wonafo asem, yanka wonafo asema, yabeka se eden obi tan obi. That kind of politics na enye dwuma biom. And NDC for isremufo nkwa amomo positions. NDC for wonafo sa tactics no enye dwuma biom. Because uko sremu a eche we kwasea na obetena TV so na Facebook aka say Mahama the position nyina ma den sremufo because uko sremu a unim the number of tribes we sremu. The same way about Santimemu, unim the number of tribes that was Santimemu. And actually you are foolishly, stupidly ignorant. And I bet Martina Waka say, Mahama the position in Ama Sremu 4. Do you know the number of tribes? Because Kusasi 4, Eya Wangara 4, Eya Dien, Dagoma 4, Ebibu Krapo complaining say almost a tribe, Obo in your appointment. So does it mean say, the person is a northerner, and the person automatically belongs to one tribe. Actually, you don't understand what you are talking about. And so because say, Mahama and the Wama Santifo position. As Santini the original minister of Santimemu, baby oye obon tombi, ebia oya kani, onya Santini, ebia oya bununi. So the issue is, these are people who are foolish, who don't want to reason. And she said, you will not sit there and say, Mahama banak of position jinama awuna 4 any day, any stream 4. Because okas awunenia, yo awuna 4, yo awuna 4, sebio, yo aigbe 4, yo unlawful. Inti unlawful to be demonstrate, say, Eddie, ye the 2 mean, ye the position jinama aigbe 4. A chair was any panwe Jimmy. And in time, said that kind of 1992 tribal, stupid, sentimental politics now, my you know. The reason why and the engagement say now we know how these things work. Now we don't give space. Now we are not going to allow you people to use that your stupid brains now to let Ghanaians think say you are intelligent. You are not. Some of you are stupid. The government is working, and the government is working for you. Now, this issue of Ghana. This is my first time hearing a government that came to office in less than 3 months that at the end of the day, it decided to say, "Sir, omuti opposition no na omo cocaine boom, cocaine no abruchi." Unless you are stupid. Now, it is so funny. What the NPP are doing, they have no message. 2025 AC, they have not been able to tell you one thing their party is capable of doing in opposition. They have not been able to do that. As we speak now, the NPP as a political party cannot tell you their focus, what they are focusing on. They don't have. As we speak today, the NPP as an opposition, they don't even know the kind of message to take to Ghanaians. In this study for the past 3 to 4 months, they have not been able to entice anybody that this is a party that is there willing to come back. Because what we call real message, that makes sense. They have never had a message. Now, it has become so difficult for them to convince any Ghanaian that they're a party that can be trusted. So what they intend to do is the goodwill of this government, all the good things the NDC, they are doing. Remember where we were. These were the same people who, and Chebia. The good things the NDC government in 92 days they have done, no? They want to try and do what? Discredit, disgrace the NDC government. Because as we speak today, what is your main problem? What do you need from this government? the conversation about cocaine be abetwem, does it concern you in Kumasi? Wow, peace that was to ashe. Whatever you say for Joe and one want to work on, does it concern you? No. What is your concern? Why did you go vote? Right now, today, what is your major concern? The NPP, they are on a distraction spree. All that they want to do is they want to distract the government. They want to distract you. Send your beya, nyoma pa, NDC abane yen wumhu. But you see, we live in Ghana. We saw our situation then and we see our situation now. Yenim. A few months ago, ana NPP tiso. For 8 years, we saw our condition, we saw our situation. Teachers died. Pensioners died. We were shot. Tribalism was out of the roof. Nepotism was out of the roof. Total disrespect for the rule of law was out of the roof. Hardship. People's monies were taken from them by force. Lands were stolen. Galamsey killed thousands. These are the same people. These are the same characters we lived with for 8 years. And I too your home for catcher said we will never entertain such piglets. 3 months ago. So what do you think these people can say today for you to believe them? Lies. Now here. You see this story making headlines. Abrantia na wako making allegations na on any answers because he started to say he wants to be Okujato Ablakwa. He wants to be Sam George. He wants to be Suhini. He wants to be an NDC legitimate person. Unimnyansa kasano. Akwawe, yes, ordinary ascend south for MP. Ntim Fordjour. Honest, yes, so suffer. Akwawe no yejuma Goldfields. Takwa mebe chira on history. Mede ne story be bremo. Mumusa nse die ne see wo. Goldfields takwa ofri ho. Wait. He's just 38 years. Oya kwara. Me chine be 10 years. Ye jimintra. At a point, after your mark can catch and say Jai Jimino now ya kwara. He's a kid. And I expect Ghanaians to treat him as a kid. Now, the ANC nyinani allegations are what making nyinano. Wasako Ekufuado catcher say in the 8 years of Ekufuado, no opposition MP was harassed by state security for demanding probity and accountability. Now the question is, this same MPP are letting you know, say, they have not left Ekufuado. Sa mo Ghana ma say, these people are in government because they are in opposition because Omuni Ekufuado atitin no. At a point, they are even saying, say, Ekufuado's legacy is what they are looking up to. Eya Afenyomakin just said, say, they are basically looking at Ekufuado's legacy. And no na omudi omo inspiration on person with power. So it should tell you, say, all that these people are doing, it is still the Ekufuado Bawomian legacy. And no, and that is the same legacy. Mamu Gina Soa etu abati Nkwaseafour we ema NDC 57%. He's a 38-year-old boy, youthful exuberance, foolishly excited about nothing, thinking that his party is a party of weak-minded, old, shrinking balls who don't know what they're doing, so he can step up and just malign the government. This is a kid. Now, for about 10 years. He's a child. So why should we as a people spend time on a child who is basically trying to impress people because they are tickling his balls, making him think he's old? He's a child. He's a kid. Under Ekufuado, we saw military men, we saw thugs slap a member of parliament at Ayawaso Wagon. Your boss, Sam George Assume, and Ekufuado, because he always said, under Ekufuado, Nanka Bruce at the Jubilee House, when Ekufuado took power, these thugs from the NPP attacked a whole police opinion and the Ekufuado. This is the kind of person they want us to take inspiration from. And then another Danko Ekufuado, and in Kofowe, a sitting judge was attacked, a pregnant judge was attacked by their thugs in a court that was sitting. This man. Then this is where this boy is picking his inspiration from. Under Akufo-Addo, no Omokase under his leadership. Under Akufo-Addo's leadership, Ghanaians were shot during elections. What are you people trying to say? This is what we remember. Nyoma we ni Kai. This is what we remember about Akufo-Addo and the NPP government. These are the things that we remember every day about Akufo-Addo. So nobody should think, say, we have forgotten about the NPP. This is the same NPP. But what I want you to understand and say, under their regime, these things happen. These people.
It's so wrong. This is so wrong on every score. But no matter how long it takes, you will fight. This is so wrong. You kill a man in his own house. His own house. Yeah. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys. In his own house. You kill a man in his own house. I should watch.
And then you hear someone like Bawumia telling John Mahama, state institutions must not be reduced to political tools used to harass opponents. Really? A member of parliament was slapped. Bawumia never spoke about it till date. This is the same group of pigs I'm talking about. And it's not like Obiabo Ntim Fordjour said and Asumo. And that's Obia Hekel no. Till date. Sa Ntim Dian no ontumi bie na nonka say state agency security personnel be den saka more ebesinne. Even when the NIB, the state agency, had all the authority to arrest this guy in his home, out of respect and decency, nobody touched this fool. Under John Mahama, the state agencies almost the right to go in Rambo style, but they didn't do that. Ebesinne maintains the NPP Dibiaka say, Sir Ntim Jimmy 38-year-old boy no Obi Eden Saka more. Nobody has raised a finger at anybody. But this is the same Bawumia and Akufo-Addo under their regime. We saw this. Bawumia turns around and do what? Now Matisa Kennedy so can be. Kennedy Japan says, we cannot use state. NPP for Mabodamana. We sat in this country. Kennedy Japan tonight TV so can say, John Mahama Obi Nkwaseafour Kennedy Japan. Now what you know Buoguno or tonight radio so TV so live. On one TV so can say the former president who was contesting to be president again or can say Nkwaseafour and attacking them. Today, these twerps, because almost NPP for Jimmy, they are playing politics with them. They want to distract the system. They see us and say, Jimmy, dadana, Yankee Bindi, into Bawumia Kennedy to be sorry. Talking about using state institutions. 92 days at John Mahama be the president. Obian to me being an uncle John Mahama, state institution be attack Obi in Ghana. Nobody can say that. I am yet to hear one person make a complaint. Say, the security agencies on what Ghana, NIB, what? They came to my house, they heckled me, they tied me, they handcuffed me. Nobody. And you people are complaining? This is one of the best security agencies we've had in a long time. They were supposed to beat you people like dogs. Because of what you people did, your past, and what you actually put Ghana through. Now, say, and the security agents and but you know something? We cannot look at your foolishness and turn this country into a jungle. That is why I'm telling Ghana for say, Mahamudu Bawumia Kennedy Japan NPP we they just want to distract you. They have nothing to offer. Now look at this. This is their director of communications. The director of communications now Okasama MPP no Richard Ahiagba. What has Mobi Anoka? Or see, it is an unfair question to ask whether Ntim Fordjour has evidence. PZ4, Bravo Muti Asie. Ye busa say Ntim Fordjour asabna wakano. Ninjina so or say unfortunate say ye busa say adentina only evidence. Asama a free party kasama fo no bano. This listen to this idiot. Listen to him.
Does Reverend Ntim Fordjour have evidence?
Sorry?
Does he have evidence?
How do you find out if he has evidence?
I'm asking you.
I'm coming. I will answer your question. How do you ask if he has evidence? To send 20 NIB gun-wielding people to go and ask him?
That's not what I'm asking.
I'm asking you, but that's what they have done.
I am asking you. Does he have evidence?
Let me tell you. You asked a question earlier to answer your question of evidence. Already I've told you that you are not expecting Ntim Fordjour to carry a handful of. Well, I'm getting.
That's fine, but I'm asking.
So what evidence are you asking for?
You, as the director of communications for the party, and someone who has been following this matter very closely, you were in his house yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you personally? You know, do you have information whether he has the evidence?
So let me ask you that question.
You are not answering my question.
No, I'll answer your question. I've answered your question.
Does he have evidence?
I've answered your question, but if you're asking an unfair question, it should be turned to you so you can answer it. The question you are asking.
How does this question? Thank you to Sewa and GH1. How can you say this question is unfair? You see why I keep telling Ghana for say these are a group of distractors. The NPP as a political party, Omo Jimmy. This is Obi also Kasama NPP. Yebusa say, Sani Pana Mujina ho say mu defending no. Does he have evidence? Because what we are looking at a national security issue. Abaya ba. O say abayin ka planes biaba abefa cocaine in the name of the government. This is national security because we are looking at the credibility of this country, the presidency, the government. If you make such an allegation, you should be able to have evidence to back it. Because what they want to do, they want to destroy NDC Albino, Senebeya, NDC Albino Kwabontinia. They will give it a bad name. That is what they are doing. They know that 38-year-old fool has no evidence to what he's saying. Now you sit on national television. Near Busa will say, Fordjour na mudinechi mo kontokwa. Mo say obi be bono our evidence or say Fordjour cannot carry cocaine in his hand and come and show. Really? Because as some Kenya any die any sorry and a Fordjour was a one Ntim Fordjour abeka say ne see et say Ntim Fordjour 38-year-old boy owura parliament. Now we owura parliament. Speaker Alban Bagbin already the head of parliament. Technically parliament kuru na dia. Now Fordjour owura security check metal detectors and physical checks. Abetna parliament. Now obiaka say Ntim Fordjour or a drug peddler or tonton drugs or parliament or tonton red ma parliamentarians. Emma NPP for nom or tonton cocaine ma NPP for nom. Now obie ewo the other side I say Ntim Fordjour or ton red or parliament or ton cocaine or parliament. Alban Bagbin or ye the head of parliament I say no. This issue you are saying no, is a matter very important to say. Parliament, police, they need to basically look into it because you cannot sit on the other side and say Ntim Fordjour ton red or parliament ma NPP for nom and cocaine. So Alban Bagbin, who is the president of parliament, says then you, the person making the allegation, Etia Adorye and Fordjour, collaborate or work with parliament security. Now, at the bottom of it, the first thing you people have to do, you have to help Adorye, security or more parliamentar, or fast security more right. So one, they would start to look at the cameras. Fordjour do gate, all from the detector mu, yes, searching, or bedroom physical search, yes, searching, all by cameras are picking each other, no kuta bibia, chess air contraband. Ninginano, some investigations needs to be done, but it needs to be done in collaboration with Nipana or make allegation here for journal, any air parliament security. Now, we are asking Wuna Woya allegation here for Joseph or Tom Red or Tom Bima Afejomakin, and it's original Jimino or Tom Bima NPP for. Now, you, the person who made the allegation against Fordj also on drugs, no? You are saying, say, it is unfair to ask you, say, a dinner ujina asoka say, Fordj on drugs or parliament. You are insane. So, right now, from their point, the allegation is evidence. That is the understanding of NPP Nkwaseafour EPC. Because when you listen to Omo communicators, any Omo this guy, he's trying to tell us, say, the allegations Fordj made is the evidence. How can allegation be evidence? Now, when you listen to this, now does Reverend
Ntim Fordjour have evidence?
Sorry?
Does he have evidence?
How do you find out if he has evidence?
I'm asking you.
I'm coming. I will answer your question. How do you ask if he has evidence? To send 20 NIB gun-wielding people to go and ask him?
That's not what I'm asking.
I'm asking you, but that's
Richard,
what they have done.
I am asking you. Does he have evidence?
Let me tell you. You asked a question earlier to answer your question of evidence. Already I've told you that you are not expecting Ntim Fordjour to carry a handful of. Well, I'm getting. That's
fine, but I'm asking.
So what evidence are you asking for?
You, as the director of communications for the party, and someone who has been following this matter very closely, you were in his house yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you personally? You know, do you have information whether he has the evidence?
So let me ask you that question.
You are not answering my question.
No, I'll answer your question. I've answered your question.
Does he have evidence?
I've answered your question, but if you're asking an unfair question, it should be turned to you so you can answer it. The question you are asking me is an unfair question. Are you expecting that Ntim Fordjour to fetch a sample of the cocaine and show anybody?
That's not what I'm asking.
The evidence he has is that.
Does he have evidence of the allegations that he's making?
You have agreed that he cannot bring sample of the cocaine or notes from the plane, okay? So we agree that he cannot do that. Now, the evidence you are looking for is the inconsistency and the lack of purpose of that flight here in our country. Now, Nkwaseafour said that the N8223 AM flight, which started the conversation here on the 20th or so of March, that flight was on its way somewhere. It was traveling, going someplace. Are you with me? The plane was not destined for Ghana. Its destination was not Ghana.
Okay.
The sorry, let me just read this. The N823 AM flight. Felix Nkwaseafour says that flight was not destined to come to Ghana. Its destination was not Ghana. It was going somewhere. And somehow, it felt that it needed refueling, which is questionable to begin with. Because if you're an airplane taking off, you calculate the distance from where you are going and how much fuel you need. So where were they going? And they didn't know how much fuel they need.
But airlines stop for refueling
all the time. No, I'm saying that it's only emergency situations. But I'm just saying that wherever they were going, Felix says that they got up there and they were tired, okay? And they wanted to rest.
He didn't say
that's what they said. They said they landed here for crew rest.
He said when they landed.
No.
He didn't say when they were up there. They got tired.
How would they decide that they were tired? They got
crew rest happens in this country all the time.
But I'm saying that he's saying that that flight was not coming to Ghana. But somehow they were tired and they thought they needed refueling. Okay, and so they landed here. And upon landing, they burst a tire. And then also they realized that their landing gear was faulty. Okay?
Richard, you haven't answered my question.
I've answered your question, except you are looking for, you are looking to draw a blood off a stone. It's impossible.
But
I have asked you the question.
Let's not do a back and forth because of our audience, else they won't follow the conversation.
They are following the conversation. You are asking an unfair question.
How is it unfair?
I'll ask you, do you expect Ntim Fordjour to bring a handful of cocaine as evidence?
That's not what I'm asking you.
So what are you expecting to be evidence?
That's what I'm asking you.
What are you expecting a reasonable evidence to be? What are you expecting evidence to be?
So please, if you will allow me, you as a member of the party, in very close relation with Reverend Ntim Fordjour, I'm asking you, does he have any information that we do not know as Ghanaians?
He has given you the information he has.
from all the information that he has, you believe that he has compellable evidence.
But you should determine unless you say otherwise.
All right.
But I'm telling you, no. You see,
quickly, I need to bring you in.
You can go. But the point is that an aircraft leaves its destination to come here. Okay?
So basically, what this fool is trying to tell you is say, the evidence is the allegations. What? These are just distractions. Nobody's supposed to pay attention to these fools again. Some are catch them and say, when Jimmy. They have no message for Ghanaians. Their party has disintegrated. They don't have any message. They don't even have a leader. So that is why they are holding on to this. They know there's nothing there. You have gotten the best opportunity to prove to the world to say, that fool, or making allegation or evidence. Or catch say, I think Ntim Fordjour answer cocaine in sim. Ntim Fordjour because I said the near Jina. Ninjina swane dieng. Whether the plane wasn't destined for Ghana, whether the plane was destined for Ghana, whether the crew were tired or not, whether a landing gear was changed, I don't care. What I care about is the statement you made. What was your basis? That's all. But when we allow such fools, near Jai Party Jimmy Fowe, now you Jai de here, I was say you're drinking when you're Ghana. We are not supposed to pay attention to these people. Oh my Jimmy. They are just distracting you. They are careless, filthy, stupid. They know, say, they cannot distract this government. They are John Mahama NDC, you know. Omunim said, there is no way Ghanaians have more opportunity to come back to power. Because at this point, Senka NPP were evidence. And come there, Bremo. They want to finish the NDC and they have nothing. A speculation. Because you see, look at this issue. Mr. P, Mr. S, which committee is this idiot on? Sir, Ntim Fordjour. Committee Ben or Tisono. Which committee is this guy on? On a normal day, if you're part of a committee in Parliament, now you see, because they know that 38-year-old boy, Sir Ntim Fordjour, because they know he has been stupid and foolish, they want to now add him to the lot. Afenoma Kinim say, boy, has foolishly misbehaved and that he needs to be penalized. Now, you know what they are trying to do? They are trying to add him to the 87 pigs. Send ye beya. Sa bonina wedino, yen to injailino. In this whole study conversation, their conversation is like, he was part of us. He held a press conference in our name. They say he's part of the Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Now, you are part of Defense and Interior Committee, right? Now, Interior Committee now down, there's a chairman. There are ranking members. Where who be? Now, what do you do as a member of a committee in Parliament? You call your chairman. You tell the chairman, Mr. Chairman, this is the evidence I have. This is what I have. I want this committee to look at this. Now, when the chairman of the committee, Yankas or NDC, on person will look at it, then you move it further. You can go to the security agencies and say, I'm part of Parliamentary Committee. I'm doing my oversight duty. This is the evidence I have. I've told my chairman that we should open investigations into it. My chairman is ignoring me. Now, as a citizen of Ghana who wants to protect this country, I want to give the evidence to that security agency you trust to open investigations into this. Now, you come out and you can make vague statement. Whilst in Parliament, you know, say, the committee you belong to, there's a chairman that you can pass on this information to. But because this 38-year-old boy, Nafonashisha said, Adorye, he thought to say, the Ablakwa based every single thing he said in Ghana on facts. Sam George based everything he said in Ghana in opposition on fact. This 38-year-old boy thought to say, and I know he believes the NPP for Jimmy. They don't think, they don't ask questions, they follow anything that they hear. Until he knew, say, as a ranking member of a committee, I also inquired the right, he knows the party, they are foolish. So he's going to use the party to become relevant. Ntim Fordjour knows he has committed a crime. God being good, I'm not a president. Long time. God knows why I am not a president. Say he is a member of Parliament. Now we are a member of Parliament. No, we Jimmy. Oyemra, you make laws, so you expect to be intelligent than Ghana and on street. That alone, you being a member of parliament and taking this decision without having evidence, it gives the security agency and the president to give an order for you to be arrested because you don't have the intelligence to sit in parliament. Into the argument to say, or a member of parliament, into when can I the right to arrest him because he knows what is right. He makes laws. He is not a fool in the eyes of parliament. So deliberately doing this, let's say, so I don't know why we are wasting time on these twerps because all that they are doing is taking your mind away from nyoma pa abai we ye edi aboa emebunu edi aboa ematan edi aboa school for edi bie eye enwumam. This thing they are doing, at the end of the day, there is no sense in it now. Here, watch this. Time amoko in fear hono. The 38-year-old boy in Ntim Fordjour, he did something. After Namaka Kachen said, "We Jimiana." So what in the constituency? Mete say asen kofo be the constituency on my press conference. Akwebi the mama so share say bosom ba. Wakoto apetishi gallon mienu amomo. And watch 500 Ghana. Mo amote asen south. O endo mu ra the fie hono. Akwa we 38 years. 38 years. Goldfields, munko buta ne record ben e money free goldfields. 38 years plant a sin fear yedum kania e power ni fie no e betu ama mo asin south nyina adwetire mumu bi mo agimi imebunu mo ho kan mo agimi nti mo be press conference e dey protect a 38-year-old boy tin kan di jantrafo baby amote wo asin south obedi mo so edwuma ba akompomu nya bi mo agimi omko ni fie on see.
We're engaging the over there. What has been the conversation? We are live on TV. We are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you. We're engaging the over there. What has been the conversation? We are live on TV. We are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, but Chivatum, where the bonnet? Yeah, you buga their film. He's just a kid. He's just 38 years. Oyakwara. Jimmy na shade mu until say tiano. Me say my lucky say enyame na me president. Wait, ko be hwia ni bini for 4 years and said we pia bontene. It's a kid. So corrupt. Also a reverend. Mumuza say akwara na ko we na wanje. Jimmy we nam Ghana. Or put the country in shame because of politics. Near Yanko 40 TV so. And Joy News, they have started some nonsense. Ghana for pay attention to that foolish cocaine media. Now, what they're doing now is, Asamoba, no my friend NPP ni, during their evening news, I'm a friend NPP ni, no my friend so-called analysts, security analysts, DND analysts, DND experts. And those people are all NPP people. Now they are joining NPP Nino. Yesterday they were doing the same thing. And my team, they drew my attention. So what Joy News does, and they say, Kwesi we are some na abano. What they do, and they say, I'm a friend NPP nia. No, my friend, somebody called a security analyst, a security expert. NPP ni kikan Kwesi asema chantrovia na expert ne so aba na obefo the NPP ni kan so. Now that is how the Jandam they are doing it. There's a government machinery that speaks on these issues, but you could see that deliberately. Joy News will not do that too. They will never bring a government spokesperson or a ministry spokesperson. What they will do is they say, "I'm for NPP ni, I'm not sure for NPP ni. No, the BBA transfer say your friend there, your friend no security expert, a DND expert, a DND analyst. All those people, 99% of them are NPP for. So they come and the conversation is one way. The agenda is that Yengu NDC for follow Joy News pa. That's what they are doing." And you see, Ghana for, let me tell you people something. Sa issue ignore it. Let's not spend time on it. The agencies, security agencies, they should do their job. So we need to focus on what the government is doing for us. Afenyo Markin was telling the 38-year-old boy, what are you doing? But with Jimmy, and me see, Omomoka say, this man is a member of parliament, and he should know even better. He should know better. And so me, come here, president, I will issue a directive for him to be picked up. And my basis will be that he's a member of parliament who makes laws. He should know better than Kevin Taylor. It's way or a straight up jail bed. I will not even allow him to say we are writing to the speaker. This is a national security issue. And you are not supposed to go through any speaker of parliament. No. This is a national security issue. The president needs to give directive. This guy has to be picked up in his boxer shorts for him to give evidence to his statement. For a party senior communicator to come and sit there and say it is unfair to ask, say, I quantify evidence, Brano. Also, tell you the nonsense they are doing is just to distract you. There's nothing. They have nothing. And the government of the day should make sure this Ntim Fordjour pays for his foolishness. He needs to be jailed. He needs to be prosecuted. He needs to face the law. We need to set examples. People like these, young men like these, 38-year-old young men like these, they are supposed to be used as scapegoats. We need to jail them. Because Sanka Gan and Ibi na betina Facebook, Ekeka Sansemuya, Ankaya Kochino Ejelino, na Kwasiawe or Changana Nibeng. It is also a member of parliament there. Then it even gives us more reason to arrest him because he makes the laws, he knows the laws, and he knows that he's not supposed to do that. So why are we even wasting time? I'll say a long time. He needs to be jailed. He needs to be put in jail because way onimumrano. Kwame Ngwa onam eye bantama onimumrano. Adorye cha onam eye kumewu onimumrano. Davia onam aunamemu onimumrano. But 38-year-old boy we onimumrano. So onimumrano na washada ebumrano so I will say a shada dini tum. There are no excuses here. The national security is not supposed to be soft on this foolish 38-year-old boy. Pick him up. Whoever wants to stand and say, or the body by shoulder, no, bullet him. Ghana na chichre. People know the laws. We are not supposed to allow these fools to be walking in Ghana in the name, say, they are hiding under the protection of parliament. Intender, or be a parliamentarian or Nkoaaa, yes, because of parliament. Put him in jail. We cannot allow some people to deliberately commit crimes. What this guy did was deliberate. He thought of it. He decided to malign the government. This is a national security issue. Even when he was given the opportunity to retract and apologize, he said he had evidence. So why are we entertaining this boy? He's just fucking 38-year-old boy. We need to punish him. We need to penalize this boy. I don't see this guy as a matured man. We need to jail him. Set an example. Send a bear obini parliamentar or who sadie we are obesian free. So this is the time we need young people in this country to rise up because we all need to protect our nation. We all need to protect the integrity of our country. We all need to make sure our security is intact. So if somebody wants to hide beneath a parliamentary immunity, nobody should be given that room to hide behind or beneath parliamentary immunity to discredit this nation, to put this nation at a point. So we all need to come together and make sure this guy, because the amount of more serious than say Oshemra into Onimumrano. Sa Defense and Interior Committee notice or a ranking member. Kwasi we be parliament akase obi abumraso yenjelino. Kwasi 38-year-old boy bekase obi abumraso yenfa mranindino. He knows the procedure and process. He knows what he was supposed to do. He knows that the rules and regulations guiding ejuma oyeno. But he deliberately decided to malign a government and put the country on edge. So we need to make sure he pays for it, because Ochina, when a young man ekotena TV so ekotena Facebook na obe make allegations akese eto omane so, are we going to arrest that young man? We need to use this 38-year-old boy to set example. Where Jimmy a natural. A natural. He needs to be arrested. Pick him up 2 a.m. I know where his girlfriend lives. Otakoda Tuesday bia. Pick him up. Pick him up in his boxer shorts. Throw him in jail. Let the people on the street see it. And now they'll be like, okay, member of parliament, then you sanitize the system. Use this 38-year-old boy to send a message. Because if you don't jail this guy, if you don't prosecute this guy, there are more pigs who are ready to do what he did. And they are going to do more. And they are going to denigrate your government, Mr. President. Because, Sir Omar, this fool works. You are going to get 1,000 pigs who are going to do the same. Do you know how it's going to affect this nation negatively? So we need to stop this. We need to petition the speaker. We need to make sure this 38-year-old boy is kicked out of parliament until he proves with enough evidence to convince a prosecutor. Till date, this piglet party, they have not been able to provide an iota of evidence. A single pint of evidence. They have not been able to put 1 grain of evidence on table. Say, evidence in here today, Richard Ahiagbe Ekache say, an allegation is evidence. Ye Jimmy.